Good evening. How's everyone doing? Me, I've been pretty productive today. I worked on some websites. I think I told you before in another video that I've been doing some lead generation using websites. So that's been fun to learn. I make a website for a certain area, a certain city, state, for a certain niche. I get it ranked on Google, and then I basically hand over the phone calls that are coming in from the website over to a business owner and just get a monthly fee. So it's been great. Haven't had my first business owner yet, but I'm climbing the ranks in Google. So if you know Google, nobody really goes past page 1. So definitely want to get ranked on first page, preferably first or second choice. I've been having a hard time, waking up early the last few days, but that is kind of due to not being able to fall asleep early enough. And I really do try. And the difference now is that even though I go and lay down and I can't sleep, I just lay there until I can't. It could take me 1 hour, 2 hours. I don't go get my phone to try to make me tired or distract me or watch a movie or read a book like I used to do before. I just wait till my body gets tired. All right, we are back. My phone ran out of storage, so that's why my video cut off. Where was I? I was saying that I've been getting up around 6, so that's my average time to wake up. I was home all day working on the computer, and then I just got out of the gym, my circuit training gym. This particular location, not the franchise, but the location, it's been 1 year since it's opened. So they're having a celebration tomorrow. So I'm gonna come to the gym in the evening, and then right after they're gonna have like a party, whatever that looks like. But right now I'm trying to make it to the water store because we are out of water, and it looks like I'll be there like 6 minutes before they close. So cross your fingers that I get there on time. So this lead generation thing I've been doing, it's a little bit overwhelming at first. There's a lot to learn, and just like anything, things that I've started before, I feel like I just want to get everything perfect. I keep telling myself that it's okay, I'm just learning, and it doesn't need to be perfect. There are several things in my life that I was brand new at, and then it became second nature to me. One of them was when I was in the military, I did physical therapy. Another was truck driving. Another was plumbing. I also did phone sales. I've done car sales. So all of those things I was a newbie at. And it was because I was an employee, and I kept telling myself every day I'm gonna do whatever I can in the 8 hours, and I could pretty much do this in my sleep. And sure enough, everything that I've tried, I remember my first day of everything. I remember my first day truck driving. When I was all by myself in the truck, I remember that day. I remember how nervous I was. I remember the first day of physical therapy, when I was a physical therapy assistant. I remember that day. I remember the first day I was plumbing. Let me tell you, in the plumbing world, if you're just an assistant, you stay an assistant for quite a while before you're allowed to do anything on your own. You're watching, you're observing, and then you get hands-on while somebody's watching you. It is a lot of work. That job right there was the most physical work I've ever done, even more than the military. Military is a lot of psychological. But something that I thought about today was really just accepting reality and not being resistant to it. Being resistant to learning something new can be, well, whatever age you are, you might feel like, oh, well, I don't need to learn something that somebody half my age knows very well. Well, if it's a new career, if it's a new industry, if it's a new genre, it's a new scope of practice, no matter where anybody is at, we all start in the same exact place. Nobody is born to be an expert. Some people might have the ability more than others, being a sports player, a musician, a singer. They might have different advantages than others, but nobody was ever born an expert. And a lot of times we quit way too soon because we cannot accept that we're trying to learn something new. And it's just not with learning something new. It's resisting acceptance with anything. You probably have heard this good quote, is that it's insanity only if you keep trying the same thing and you get the same result. So as long as you're progressing, as long as you keep learning, you're learning something new, you can't go wrong. Every day that I'm sitting at the computer learning about lead generation, I am learning something new. I've never built a website before. I've never looked at code before. I've never understood what it meant to rank on Google. It feels like there's all these little intricate pieces, but really, I've felt that with everything that I've learned. You would think truck driving looks pretty easy. I remember when I took a gap in truck driving and I went back to it. You know, when you go park a semi-truck, you have to back into a parking space. And imagine parking your truck, this very long, big, wide truck, in spaces just enough for you to maybe stick your arm out the window and touch the next truck next to you. It is not easy. So remember, always give yourself grace, especially when learning something new. And when it comes to anything else in your life where you're resisting acceptance, really look at the situation and think, well, what's the next best thing to do? My examples always usually come down to relationships, because we are built for that. We are built for connection. We are built for community. And there's a lot of struggle in relationships. I've experienced that. Everybody that I know that is an adult has experienced that. Think about, what have you failed to accept in your life? And it's maybe your relationship is not working out. Maybe you're just not compatible. Maybe there's no connection. There's no chemistry. There is a divorce. It's a breakup. What my advice would be is to really sit with that feeling, with whatever you have to accept. Feel all of the emotion with it so you can process it. When it's really overwhelming, you can go take a walk, you can go for a hike, you can go visit with a friend, you can go to the gym. But when you're sitting by yourself and there's something that you've been having a hard time accepting, sit with the thought, sit with the emotion, and if you have to cry it out. I'm a huge believer in just crying it out. The frustration, it's like you want to be just mad with the world and just, why me? It's okay. Don't ever feel bad for feeling bad. I know there's plenty of times where I'm sitting on that computer and I'm just looking at it and I'm like, sometimes I feel like picking up the laptop and just throwing it over the balcony. But what's happening for me is that no one's forcing me to do this. All of my other training and being an employee and having a boss and working, I was like, I had to know it or I was gonna get fired. Now, this is just up to me. Now, I have to learn it for me. Because I like this laptop lifestyle. I like working smarter, not harder. I like not having a boss to answer to. I like to talk to clients. All right, looks like we made it in time for the water. All right, we are back in action. I literally made it there 5 minutes before they closed. Everything else is closed, so. Now, we're on our way to go pick up a mouse. Not an actual mouse, but a mouse for a laptop. Because today, while I'm on the computer, I'm realizing that I'm getting like carpal tunnel because I'm just using that little track in the front of the laptop, and it's just killing my wrists. So I'm like, I need to get a wireless mouse, and I couldn't get to like an Apple store soon enough, and I want it for like tomorrow. I can't take this anymore with my wrist. I found somebody on OfferUp who's selling one, so I'm going to go pick it up. Yes, on my own, by myself, in the dark. I will be okay. I'll have you guys to report back to if anyone tries to kidnap me. Updates on the couch. I haven't got no bids on it. Well, actually, one person reached out to me, but it ended up being like a scam. And you can always tell, right? They have no questions about it. They just, boom, yeah, I want to buy it. They told me that they were going to pay me ahead of time, and then their brother was going to come pick it up. So then the next question to me was, do you have Venmo? And I said, no, thank you. I'd rather have cash in person. That's it. So I still have it up for sale on the couch. It's not in the way at my house, but it was just something that I thought maybe that I could flip. I am not saying that the couch flipping business is not a good business, because I've heard plenty of people making money. It's just, where do you want to put your time and energy into? And for me right now, I have YouTube, I have the gym, I have the website building, and then I volunteer. So that's my life. In between then, I find time to sleep, shower, and eat. But thanks guys for you coming along with me and just kind of see my journey and my evolution of who I am to be. One last thing I want to say about acceptance versus resistance is that really look at yourself. Remember what I told you about being your best friend. Accept the person that you are. If you are unhappy about how things are going on in your life, know that you have control of that. You can change the narrative. It doesn't ever make you a bad person. It doesn't ever make you not good enough. It's just we can make changes in our life to enhance ourselves. If that's the career, that's the people around you, that's a relationship. But know, to the core person that you are, accept it, love it. Remember that you're awesome. Thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay guys, reporting after an OfferUp pickup. This is the mouse. It wasn't a scam. And supposedly it works. He said he charged it for me before picking it up, so he was a nice guy. But yeah, I am safe. I am not kidnapped, and all is well.